Yeah. So today's chapter is history of yoga. Okay. So in this chapter, we'll come to know what is the history of yoga, how yoga was evolved, discovered, and what is the modern yoga we are learning, practicing, and teaching. Okay. In the manual book, everything is mentioned, but I will explain them in detail and some additional information I would give you. So first, understand what is yoga. Yoga is a science and art to connect with that, to explore first, and to connect with that, and to live the life in the harmony with that universal force, universal laws. Okay, that is yoga. So the history of yoga starts with some ancient parables, ancient stories, which are available in our yogic textbooks. So there are three different stories. Since in Hinduism, in Hindu philosophy or yoga philosophy, there are three first gurus of yoga, Adi Gurus. We call them Adi Gurus or Adi Yogis. Adi, A-D-I, Yogi is Yogi. So the creator who created this entire existence is called Brahma, is believed the one of these three gurus, three Adi Gurus, Brahma, who created. So this is written in our scriptures that the Brahma, the creator, who created the entire existence because of meditation power. He meditated for years and he connected himself with the God, or what you call the Brahm, or the invisible force, and he got the power from the God, from the divine, and then out of that power he created the entire universe, the entire existence. So this is one philosophy, and that is called Vedic philosophy. What? Vedic approach. Vedas. Okay, so all Vedas are actually written in Sanskrit, and they have come from the divine, and they were taught by Lord Brahma to his disciples. Okay, and they are kept intact in that lineage called Upanishads, Upanishads or Vedanta philosophy. So one stream of yoga is or Vedantic yoga, that is called Vedantic yoga. And in Vedantic yoga, they practice more meditation and enlightenment. So Vedanta is all about enlightenment, wisdom, insight. Okay, and that is called Jnana yoga. Jnana yoga. In English, you write that J-N-A-N-A, Jnana. In English, you write in that way, Jnana yoga. So Jnana yoga means when we aim to unite with the divine through wisdom, through knowledge, that is called Jnana yoga. Yeah. Now, the second stream, this is like Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. There are three sacred rivers in India. So this is like three streams of yoga. Okay. Second stream is called Kriya yoga or Karma yoga. Kriya, K-R-I-Y-A, Kriya yoga, or Karma, K-A-R-M-A, Karma yoga. So this yoga was started by Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Vishnu is believed to be preserver of the existence. Whatever is created by the creator, Vishnu preserves that. That is why he takes incarnations, time to time he takes incarnations. Revives, he reestablishes the tradition of yoga. Okay. So Vishnu, he started this yoga called Kriya yoga. And this is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a very authentic book on yoga, which has 18 chapters, and every chapter is named after a certain yoga. Okay, that is very comprehensive and very practical yoga book, and that is called Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga. So Vishnu's entire focus or entire teaching philosophy is that you cannot get liberation by living recluse life or renunciating the life, but you will have to fight with life. We'll have to fight with the life challenges and overcome this. Don't run away from the battlefield of life. So this is his teaching called action. Okay, and in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has explained that this Kriya Yoga was first taught by me to sun god, sun, sun god. And sun god taught that Kriya Yoga to Ikshwaku. Ikshwaku was the first king on the earth. This is believed in Hindu philosophy, Ikshwaku. And then Ikshwaku taught that Kriya Yoga to his sons or in that royal family. So, and also some royal sages, they knew this Kriya Yoga actions. So this is deeply related to politics, deeply related to actions and karma. Okay. And Kriya is not just physical actions, Kriya, there are some esoteric practices or holistic practices in Kriya Yoga as well, like some meditations and some pranic Kriya, breathing exercises, bandhas, mudras, there are a lot of things. And in summary, that is given in Yoga Upanishad, that is called Yoga Tattva Upanishad. So that is mentioned into that book. Okay. So that is called Kriya Yoga. And the main authentic book of Kriya Yoga is Bhagavad Gita. Okay, clear? Yes. Now, third is Hatha Yoga. And this stream was started by Shiva, Lord Shiva. And Hatha Yoga consists of asana practice, asana, pranayama, bandhas, mudras, meditations, kundalinis, and satkarma. Satkarma is purification of our being through 6 practices. That is called satkarma. So all these are parts of Hatha Yoga. Okay. And the present yoga system, which is widely popular, worldwide popular, and you are learning here, and the Yoga Alliance gives more emphasis on, that yoga style is called Hatha Yoga, what you are learning here. Okay. And all the modern styles of yoga, like Power Yoga, Bikram Yoga, Yin Yoga, Kripalu Yoga, Vinyasa Yoga, and modern Ashtanga Yoga, all these are new names or different styles of Hatha Yoga. So Hatha Yoga is the mother of all modern styles of yoga. Because in all the modern styles of yoga, whatever asanas are practiced, they are taken from Hatha Yoga. So a yoga is a mass of thousands of years. That's called yoga. So there are 4 yogas in Hindu philosophy: Satya Yoga, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yoga. So in every yoga there are thousands of years. Okay. In Satya Yoga, when Brahma created this entire existence, then people of the world were very truthful. They were very nice. They were very holistic. They were living very holistic life, natural lives. Okay. Okay. And he entered into meditation, deep meditation, and he got connected with the divine, and he started teaching, he started explaining the yoga. Okay. And he was absorbed into that samadhi, and he was doing everything. Even he showed all the asanas to his wife, and this is believed that he showed 84 lakhs asanas. 84 lakhs asanas. So in Hinduism, this is believed that there are 84 lakhs species in the existence. 84 lakhs species, and every species is a form of posture. That is why in Hatha Yoga, almost all the not almost, even all the asanas are named after even animals or insects or the mountain trees, So all the asanas are named after them. Some asanas are named after some rishis, sages. Some asanas named after animals, insects, some deities. So he showed all the asanas. And then he showed different kinds of pranayama, then mudras, okay? Then a lot of things. And that is also called Tantra Yoga, Tantra Yoga. So that yoga actually, what he taught was combination of Hatha Yoga and Tantra Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, all these things. So that was a complete package, complete yoga, okay? But its name is Hatha Yoga. He was absorbed, when he was teaching, he was absorbed into samadhi, and he was not aware that if there is somebody to listen or not, but he was just teaching. And when he ended all of his teachings, he opened his eyes, or he came into the conscious level or the normal level, normal plane. He saw that his wife was sleeping. His wife got slept while he was teaching. So when she saw this, that his wife could not learn, could not listen his teachings, then he got disappointed. Okay. And he spoke, what a waste. He said to himself. But suddenly there was a fish in the pond nearby, and he spoke out that, oh Lord, please don't worry. I remember everything because I was listening, whatever you're teaching and you're exhibiting, I saw everything and I learned everything. So don't worry about that. Then Shiva was so happy that he instantly liberated him, that fish. And he gave the boon that after this being, after this form, you will be reborn as a human being, and your name would be Matsyendranath. So when he was when he died and he got a human form, by the Shiva's blessing, he became a Siddha Yogi. He became a master of Hatha Yoga. So his first disciple is Matsyendranath. Shiva's first disciple is Matsyendranath in that sense. And then Matsyendranath taught that Hatha Yoga to his disciple, Gorakhnath, then subsequently in that lineage, and that Hatha Yoga is kept intact. Okay. And there are two authentic books on Hatha Yoga, two authentic books. One book is called Gorakh Bani, Gorakh Vani, Gorakh, Gorakh. Some people write Vani, V-A-N-I, and some B-A-N-I, Gorakh Bani. That is written in the local language that is spoken in northern India, in UP, Uttar Pradesh, called Awadhi language. That is dialect actually, Awadhi. So Awadh is a province, that was province that time in Satyug Treta, Awadh. And that is written in that language. So that is the most authentic book on Hatha Yoga, Awadhi, okay? And that is a very thick book. And the second authentic book on Hatha Yoga is called Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Okay, Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And that is written by Yogi. He is in the same lineage. His name is Swatmaram. Swatmarama. Swatmaram. Swatmarama. Swatmaram. So he's the author of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And that will be taught in this course briefly. So this is very authentic. Okay. So there are three streams. Jnana Yoga, Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga, and Hatha Yoga. So basically, mainly yoga is divided into two parts only. Only two parts. One is called Hatha Yoga and the other is called Raja Yoga. There are only two kinds of yoga, Hatha and Raja. Hatha is all the practices related to body. So here this is philosophy, Hatha and Raja. So all practices related to body is called Hatha, and all the practices related to our mind is called Raja Yoga. So meditation, contemplation, analysis, or satsang or talking, conversation, all these are parts of Raja Yoga. Memorizing the mantras, memorizing the sutras, that is part of Raja Yoga. Now, when we'll go to the history, as per historical events, this is believed that when human civilization, which was evolved and which was developed 10,000 years ago, that yoga was being practiced in full place. That was very popular in India 10,000 years ago. And in Aryan Indus civilization. So there was an excavation at Indus Valley, and there were some evidences of yoga postures, some statues and some carvings of yoga postures. Yet there are other authentic yoga books like Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Okay. So Patanjali also is one of pioneers of yoga, Patanjali. And there are different stories about him and different evidences of him. Some believe that Patanjali was born 7,000 years ago. 7,000 years ago. Some believe that Patanjali was born 2,000 years ago. So there are different stories about him. But yes, Patanjali was here. Patanjali was a great master of yoga, and he gave a very systematic, very scientific book on yoga that is called Patanjali Yoga Sutra. That is a very small book, but that is very authentic. And that book is divided into four parts. Four parts. Okay. One is Samadhi part, one chapter. And second is Sadhana, means practice part. Third is Vibhuti part. Vibhuti means supernatural powers. So yoga doesn't give only physical fitness or wellness of body and mind, but yoga can give you supernatural powers also if you practice, like meditation or some holistic practices. So everything is mentioned in that book, that is a small book. That is a marvelous book, Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The modern Ashtanga Yoga is not Patanjali's authentic yoga, but Patanjali's authentic Ashtanga Yoga is mentioned in that book. Okay. So Patanjali Yoga is called Ashtanga Yoga. And the last is Kaivalya path. Kaivalya. Kaivalya means moksha or liberation. Kaivalya means liberation from the cycle of birth and death. So that is all about the nirvana or spirituality, how we can attain that state. That is the aim of yoga actually. So yogis, who are recluse, who are ascetics, who are monks, they practice yoga for kaivalya, not for just physical fitness. So in Hinduism, there are four purusharthas. Purusharth means the achievements of human lives. So first is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Dharma. Dharma is our duties. When we perform our duties honestly, mindfully, wholeheartedly, then we get success and we are showered with abundance by the nature. So dharma is our duty, and earth is financial position, abundance, that is earth. And calm is fulfillment of our desires. So we can fulfill our desires with earth, with money. And when our all desires are fulfilled, then only we can attain moksha. So long we have any desire left or unfulfilled, we are destined to be reborn. So the rebirth is the cause of rebirth is actually our desires, our ambitions. This yoga believes. Okay. So these are four purusharthas, and the fourth is kaivalyam or moksha. And Buddha's entire work or his entire focus was on that part, nirvana or kaivalya. Okay. So in the ancient time, in Vedic time, or even 10,000 years ago, or 4,000 years ago, when yoga is very prevalent in India, then people were practicing yoga for all levels of life, for dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So yoga can give you everything. Yoga can give you whatever you aim from yoga. Yoga is capable to give you that. Okay? Yes. Now let us come to the evolution of yoga, how yoga was evolved and how yoga has traveled from the ancient time, from the beginningless time to the modern time. Okay? So in one line, there is no beginning of yoga. There is no history of yoga. When yoga was discovered, nobody knows. But, however, we have to give you some timeline, okay? So, even in our book, I have mentioned 8000 BC, ancient artifacts and stone carvings have been found in the Indus Valley in northern India. And 8000 BC. So based on that evidences, this is believed that yoga was very popular that time, 8000 BC. Okay. And then 4000 BC, at the time of Mahabharata, there was a great war in India that's called Mahabharata War. Okay. When Lord Krishna took human form, Krishna was an incarnation of Vishnu, as I've told you, the second pioneer of yoga. So Krishna taught the yoga to his disciple, his friend, his brother Arjuna, and then yoga was revived by Krishna, 4000 BC. Okay, and then time to time yoga is revived, yoga is made popular by a flag bearer, by a yogi. So then after 4000 BC, 1500 BC, yoga again became popular in Vedic Kal. When Rig Veda started gaining popularity, so through Rig Veda, yoga was revived again, 1500 BC. And then again, 1000 BC. In 1000 BC, Bhagavad Gita became popular. Actually, original Bhagavad Gita was taught 4000 BC, but that got more popularity in 1000 BC by sage Vyas, Rishi Vyas. And after that, 800 BC, when Upanishads came into popularity. That doesn't mean that Upanishads came into existence 800 BC. No, Upanishads are very ancient. But that came into popularity 800 BC. And after that, 600 BC, in China, there was a monk whose name was Lao Tzu, Lao Tse. He was practicing yoga, meditation, and he wrote a book, Tao Te Ching, and that contains many sutras of yoga, art of living. Actually, yoga is an art of living also, okay? So that is a very small book, Tao Te Ching, but that is marvelous. And after 600 BC, 500 BC, Gautam Buddha, Siddhartha Gautam was born, and he also revived yoga. He brought a great revolution in India, and he taught this meditation. His meditation system was called Vipassana. Vipassana is very popular, Vipassana and Eightfold Yoga. He also gave Eightfold Path called Ashtanga Marg. So Buddha's Eightfold Yoga, Ashtanga Marg, is different than Patanjali's. But that is also Ashtanga. Ashtanga means 8 limbs. And then 400 BC. In 400 BC, Sankhya Yoga came into popularity. Sankhya Yoga. The founder of Sankhya Yoga was Sage Kapila. Sage Kapil. And again, 200 BC, Patanjali Yoga Sutra came into popularity. 200 BC. And after 200 BC, 100 BC, Manu's written book, Manu Sanghita, came into popularity. Manu Smriti. That is also mentioning of yoga. And 2021 years ago, Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ was born, he also made popular about some holistic practices, and his teachings also contain some meditation parts, some yogic parts. And this is believed that he knew yoga. Because of yogic power, he used to heal the sick people, And he had many supernatural powers because of yoga, yogic power. Actually, some people believes him as an incarnation of Krishna also. And then 200 AD, after death of Jesus, a book came into popularity written by Yogi Yoga Yagyavalk, Sage Yagyavalk. He's a Vedic sage. Book name is Yoga Yagyavalk. This is also an authentic book of yoga. 200 AD. Then 300 AD, the Tantra came into popularity. Tantra Yoga. 300 AD. After that, 475 AD, Bodhidharma, who was an Indian monk, Buddhist monk, he went to China and he made popular about meditation, and he gave a new name that's called Zen. Zen meditation is founded by him, Bodhidharma. In China, that is called Chan, Chan, Chan. In Japanese, that is called Zen. So that is actually a meditation, part of yoga. And after him, 500 AD, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya, he was born in West Bengal. Also, he brought a revolution of yoga, meditation, devotion, that is called Bhakti Yoga. So the mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This mantra was given by Lord Chaitanya. So he was born in 500 AD. And he focused on Bhakti Yoga and Karma Yoga. Because he is believed an incarnation of Krishna, Lord Krishna, and all incarnation of Vishnu focus on Kriya, action, karma, okay, and Bhakti, devotion. So also he focused on that, Bhakti Yoga. And after him, 650 AD, in Zen tradition, there was a patriarch. His name was Hui Neng. He was sixth patriarch, Hui Neng. He also made popular Zen meditation. And after him, 700 AD, Shankara, sage Shankara was born. Adi Shankaracharya. We call him Adi Shankaracharya. In 700 AD. Okay? And he revived yoga, and he had many supernatural powers. He could fly in this sky, he could walk on the river, he could disappear at his will. He had so many supernatural powers. But he lived very short life. He lived only 32 years. He died at the age of 32 years. And in 750 AD, just after him, 50 years later, Padmasambhava was born. Padmasambhava, he is popular in Tibet as Guru Rinpoche, and he founded Tibetan Buddhism. He's a founder of Tibetan Buddhism. And then again, 800 AD, sage Nath Muni, he taught Yoga Rahasya, the secret of yoga. He wrote the book, Secret of Yoga, and that is popular. He wrote many other books also. Yoga Kuranta. 900 AD, there is a book very popular, Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, that is written by Guru Gorakhnath, that came into popularity, 900 AD. And then 1200 AD, there was a Zen master, Isai Roshi. He again revived this. Then 1350 AD, Swami Swatmaram wrote Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Remember I was mentioning Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So that was written by Swatmaram in 1350. And 1400 AD, Patanjali's Yoga Sutra became popular. And then 1700 AD, Gheranda Samhita, that was written by sage Gheranda. He has focused mainly on 32 asanas and 25 mudras and devotion to the master or to the guru. And he used to say that only by this thing you will become healthy and brilliant and enlightened. And then 1815 AD, Shiva Samhita, this is a book on yoga, Tantra Yoga and Hatha Yoga, Shiva Samhita, 1815 AD, that came into existence and popularity. Then in 1893, Swami Vivekananda, he is very popular. He went to USA and he gave the discourses on yoga, and he made popular yoga in US and in Western countries. Swami Vivekananda in 1893. Now 20th century. In 20th century, there have been many yoga teachers, yoga promoters, yoga facilitators, and there are some names. There was a Western traveler who traveled to India in Himalayas, in Himalayan mountains. W. Ivan Wentz, Theos Bernard, and Peter Kelder. They came to India and they roamed into Himalayas and they wrote the books on the yoga, and they made it popular in Western countries in 20th century. And in India, there are some very popular masters of yoga of 20th century. First was Swami Kubalayananda. Swami Kubalayananda was born in Gujarat, that is in western part of India, Gujarat state. He was born in 1883. Okay, and he was the first man who made yoga as a therapy. He focused more on the medical part or health part, and he used yoga as a therapy to treat the diseases even. Swami Kubalayananda. And he founded Yoga Research Center at Lonavala in 1924. And he worked a lot. He worked at Kevalya Dham also, Kevalya Dham. where he did medical researches, and he scientifically proved every asana as a therapeutic. And he wrote a book also about yoga that's called Yoga Mimamsa. And there is a second name in 20th century, Sri Tirumalai Krishnamacharya. In short, he is called T. Krishnamacharya. You must remember his name. He is very popular. He has great contribution in the world of yoga. See, why you are learning about them? Because they will inspire you. They will inspire you to work in the yoga field and to contribute something, whatever, or at large, whatever you can contribute in yoga. So they will inspire us. He's called the father of modern yoga. He was from Mysore, okay, and he has written some books. He's authored 4 books are very popular: Yoga Makaranda, Yoga Sangalu, Yoga Rahasya, and Yogavali. They are 4 popular books written by him. In addition to these books, he wrote some other books also. See, the yogis are enlightened. The yogis are brilliant. They are learned ones. They write books also. Okay, yogis are not just they practice hatha yoga asanas only. They are intellectually also very evolved, very brilliant. So Krishnamacharya taught yoga to many people, and he visited entire India, around the country, and he made it popular. That time, that was very difficult to travel in India, in 80s, 1941 or 1915, 1918, that was very difficult. He made 4 disciples, and they became torch bearers. They became flag bearers of yoga, and they made yoga more popular in Western world, Western countries. So first name is Indra Devi. Indra Devi is one of his disciples. She was adept in yoga. She was born in 1899 and died in 2002. His first disciple, his first disciple was lady. She was very strong in mind and body. She was born in 1899 and she died in 2002. And his second disciple was K. Pattivi Jois. He founded his yoga as name of Ashtanga Yoga. So the present modern Ashtanga Yoga is founded by K. Pattivi Jois. Okay, the Ashtanga Yoga Surya Namaskar, Ashtanga Yoga Sun Salutation. So Ashtanga Yoga is a different style, and that was founded by him. He was born in 1915 and he died in 2009. And his third disciple, BKS Iyengar. Iyengar Yoga is very popular, So Iyengar Yoga was founded by BKS Iyengar, and he was disciple of T. Krishnam Acharya. BKS Iyengar was born in 1918 and he died in 2014, some years back. And fourth was his own son, T.K. V. Desikachar. He was born in 1938 and he died in 2016. And in addition to these 4 influencers, there are some other disciples also. Srivastava Ramaswamy, then A.G. Mohan. They were also yoga teachers who made yoga very popular, who covered mass of people, who educated yoga to at large. Okay. So by listening this, by hearing these stories, you must be inspired that also you have to do something for yoga. Okay. Maybe in this life or maybe in next life, but also you will have to also cover mass, large numbers of people as much as you can. Okay, so that was about T. Krishnamacharya. He was very dynamic personality. He wrote the book, and his contributions through his teachings, physical teachings, and through his books is unique. And the yoga community will remember always. Okay. Now, The third personality of 20th century was Swami Sivananda Saraswati. Swami Sivananda was a doctor, medical doctor in Malay, but he had an earnest desire to learn yoga and to promote yoga. So he gave resignation to his profession and he came to India and he went to Himalayas in the Rishikesh, towards Rishikesh and then up into the Himalayan mountains. And while returning back, he founded a foundation, Divine Life Society, an organization. And through Divine Life Society, he spread yoga around the world. And he was born in 1887 and he died in 1963. And he has written more than 200 books on yoga. His contribution is very large. And if you'll read any of his book, that is like a novel, very interesting. You'll forget your food, meal, and everything. That is so interesting. If you love yoga, then. Okay. So he had also a great contribution. He contributed in yoga field, in yoga world. And he had also many disciples, and some of his disciples became very popular, Swami Satyanand Saraswati. Swami Satyanand Saraswati is very popular, and Bihar School of Yoga was founded by him, and also some other institutions. And his yoga style is called Satyananda Yoga. Have you heard his name? Satyananda Yoga? Satyananda? Yes. He's very popular. And I love his books. His very popular book is APMB, means Asana, Pranayama, Mudra, Bandha. This is thick book, and this is a nice book. There's one more personality, Swami Sriyogianand Giri. Sriyogianand Giri was the master, was the guru of Paramhansa Yogananda. Paramhansa Yogananda is the author of Autobiography of a Yogi. Autobiography of a Yogi. And like Swami Vivekananda, he also went to USA, in Western countries, and he made popular yoga. And his main work was on Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga? And Kriya Yoga, his Kriya Yoga is also from the same lineage of Vishnu. But Mahavatar Baba is popular in his tradition. Mahavatar Baba is believed that he revived and he established Kriya Yoga. And then from Mahavatar Baba, Shyama Charan Lahiri, who got initiated, and Shyama Charan Lahiri initiated Yukteswar Giriji, Sri Yukteswar Giri and Sri Yukteswar Giri initiated Swami Paramhansa Yogananda. So that is how he revived. And this, tradition or this group also worked in this field. Okay. He did not write so many books, Swami Yukteswar Giri, but his disciple, Yogananda, made yoga very popular in entire world. Okay, so these are four great personalities who worked hard and who made yoga popular. They touched thousands of people's hearts, and they stimulated them. They triggered, ignited this yoga fire in them, and they are the flag bearers of yoga. And there are many more, like Osho Rajneesh. He also made meditation very popular, and then presently there are many very popular yoga teachers of India, like Swami Ramdev, then Sadhguru, and then Sri Ravi Shankar. They are popular teachers of yoga. They are also contributing a lot in this field, and the history remembers only those people who became very popular, Yet there have been millions of yoga masters who are not popular, but there are some contributions, not some, but many contributions by them. And there are many yoga masters who live in the Himalayas. People don't know about them. Even 100 people don't know about them, but they are absorbed into samadhis and they live recluse life and silently they are working for yoga, and they touch the people's heart, they inspire people, millions of people just sitting in the meditation. If you sit in the meditation, if you send the positive thoughts, then in that way also you spread the yoga. So that doesn't mean that necessarily that you be popular, but wherever you are, silently or publicly or prominently, that is up to you. That is up to your choice how you want to spread this yoga. Okay. And here, Adwait Yoga School is committed to teach authentic yoga, scientific yoga, traditional yoga, and this is committed to impart the entire yoga knowledge in this short span of time. And this is up to you as much as you can learn, imbibe, and this is together we will educate the world, educate the people. This awesome, this marvelous science of wellness, science of enlightenment, science of perfection in all walks of life.